Yo, what is up, guys? This is RIzzyPOW, and this is going to be week 5 of the NPL, the National Pokeball League. Wait, is this week 5? This is week 4, actually. My bad. Sorry, this is going to be a bit late, but the reason for it being late is because I actually had a 3-day weekend this weekend, and the normal day for uploads is Monday, and it was Sunday for me, and I was thinking the next day was Sunday because I didn't have school the next day, and I was thinking, I don't have school, it's Sunday, I was like thinking that in my head, and then during the night, I realized that, wait a minute, I still have to record, and it's actually Monday tomorrow, so that kind of just threw me off, and then my internet ended up my internet just at my dorm ended up cutting out, so I couldn't even record at that point. And then after that, what happened? After that, the next day, I ended up not feeling well, and I tried recording it, but I decided to just trash it because I really did not like the commentary on it and stuff. But yeah, this week we're going to be going up against Chris Togavor, a really good friend of mine, so make sure to check him out. He is, he's like at 250 subs now. He's almost 250. I don't think he's 250 yet, so go help him get there, which would be pretty damn cool. But yeah, let me just read off team matchups right now. I got Mega Kangaskhan, Hoopun Bound, Necrozma, Sylveon, Scolipede, Rotom, Heat, Donphan, Tornadus, Gudra, Mantine, and Bisharp. As he has Clefable, Weavile, Mega Venusaur, Thundurus T, Gothitelle, Lucario, Tentacruel, Bronzong, Haxorus, Seismitoad, and Staraptor. So definitely a really scary team. I definitely think that, I do have a pretty good matchup this week, and I know Chris is a really good battler. I know he really wants to get this win somehow. I do have a good matchup because I feel like stuff like Mega Kangaskhan, pretty much the main thing is Mega Kangaskhan actually destroys him. I can run Seismic Toss, and I pretty much 2-hit KO everything on his team except for, like, Seismitoad, but Seismitoad doesn't have any recovery, so there's that. So I feel like the way that Chris is going to have to beat me this week is going to be through a very hyper-offensive. He's going to run hyper-offense versus me, I'm pretty sure. He's going to run like a lot of stuff that can outspeed me. He's going to run like Weavile with low kick. I'm sure Life Orb, probably Adamant just to nuke Kangaskhan. Probably like Thundurus T, potentially with Focus Blast and outspeed it and just hit that thing up. Staraptor, maybe Scarf with close combat, or just Brave Bird just nukes it, or Double Edge just nukes it. He's probably not going to run Brave Bird versus me. And you could even run stuff like Scarf Lucario to get a surprise kill on Kangaskhan, stuff like that, because Kangaskhan is definitely the biggest threat to his team. So, I was looking at this, and I definitely knew that if I ran a more bulky approach to Chris, I would get overwhelmed and I would definitely lose this battle. So what I thought is that I'm going to run hyper offense, and I feel like my hyper offense can beat Chris's hyper offense just because I have Scolipede to pair with it, and I can run Speed Pass. Now, yeah, that was the main thing with my team. I was the theme of the team, I guess. I was running Speed Pass this week into a couple sweepers. So first we got my Speed Pass Pokemon. We got Scolipede right here with a little bit Baton Pass. We got Protect. We got Poison Jab, Poison MZ, and Earthquake. Originally, I really wanted like Spikes versus him. When I first saw this team, he doesn't have the best hazard removal. All he has really is Tentacruel, and I can run like Spikes. And I was thinking about running stuff like Yawn or Circle Throw, Mega Kangaskhan, and then Seismic Toss and Wish Protect. That was the first thing I saw when I saw his team, but I decided not to do that. Instead, I decided that I think just because I know he's going to go with a more bulky approach, and even though Spikes would be good versus offense, I definitely needed both of these moves. I needed Poison Jab just to hit stuff on his team, and Poison MZ can help me revenge kill stuff like his Thundurus, and Earthquake is just nice so Lucario cannot set up on me or something. I was debating just having Spikes right here, but decided to go with Earthquake. And so I have 3 sweepers right here. So the first one is going to be a SD Necrozma, and I actually did make some, now looking back in hindsight, I've already played him a match, I did have some errors with this scene, which I'll probably go into during the match. I won't like say it right here what different stuff I should have had on this team, but this mon right over here is a SD Necrozma. SD Necrozma is pretty good versus him. If you look at his team, you know, Psycho Cut, Night Slash, and Brick Break, pretty much hit everything. Very, very hard. If I get an SD up and maybe even just pass speed into this thing can potentially hit, like, maybe not win, but it can definitely punch through his team, which is very nice. I have a Cobra Berry there for, you know, either Crunch on Lucario, which a lot of people brought versus me in mock battles, or even something like, what is it? Something like, knockoff on Weavile. That was the main thing this was for. And he can knock me, I eat my Cobra Berry, and I can hit him up with a Brick Break. So that's very nice. My next mon is going to be Mega Kangaskhan. We got a Power Up Punch, so we got double SD right here. Even though this is not technically SD, it's pretty much SD. I was thinking about going triple SD and actually running like SD Scallopy, but then I couldn't really run Speed Pass. But we got Power Up Punch Kangaskhan. We just got Max Speed Jolly to speed tie with that nice Staraptor that he has. I got just these 4 moves. I got Power Up Punch plus 3 attacks. Sucker Punch for priority to pick off stuff like, you know, Thundy, even Weavile potentially if it is weakened, maybe even after a Power Up Punch and after Rocks. That'd be very nice. Next we got Bulk Up Tornai actually. Now, this is a very weird set. We got Mono Return, and the reason why I have Mono Return is because I did not want to be okay. The reason for Return over Acrobatics is because Return just hits Thundurus very, very hard versus Acrobatics, which, I mean, it does, but then I also cannot run an item and stuff like that, and it just becomes very situational. If I do run an item and like I first have to get the Yachi Pop for me to do any damage to that thing, but yeah, this mon is not really meant to sweep. I potentially can sweep if I pass speed into it, but the main thing for this thing is to kind of be a lure for both Thundurus and Weavile. After I bulk up a couple of times and Thundy takes some rocks damage, it'll be in range of a return, which is really nice. Like what is it? After I get 1 bulk up and he takes like 2 rocks damage or something, Return will be able to kill it. And if I get like 2 bulk ups up, then Return will be able to kill it after 1 rocks. You know, you get the deal. We got Yachi Berry because, you know, after I bulk up maybe once or twice, I can easily be able to live an Ice Cold Crash from Weavile. Even if I don't bulk up, I think I'll be able to live one. But obviously I won't be at any plus attack, so Return is not going to be able to kill, but it'll do a really good chunk to it. So yeah, that's some nice ways for getting rid of Weavile. This thing can also potentially sweep if I do pass speed into it. Remember, I also have priority rest, priority sleep talk, so technically I can even have a priority return if I do get the right rolls, so that's very nice. Now my next mon, I decided that I need a bit more like natural speed. I do have Scallopede and I have a lot of speed pass, but I want some natural speed because right now, like some mons that destroy me are like Lucario. Lucario just destroys my team, and I don't have any good switch-ins for that. So what is it? Lucario destroys my team. Weavile also destroys my team. I don't have really any safe switch-ins for that thing. Even like Haxorus does, because I don't really have a good, you know, Dragon Resist besides Sylveon and Bisharp. And what else? Some things that this thing can't do much versus like Mega Venusaur, but I really did not think Mega Venusaur was also coming. Well, actually I have Scarf Bisharp, but yeah, I didn't say that. I already said that. But the reason why I have Scarf Bisharp, because I can revenge kill, you know, stuff like Weavile. I can revenge kill Lucario after it's taken 1 Life Orb hit or is, you know, taking a little bit of damage. Low Kick will be able to kill that thing. I'm running Adamant because I'm pretty positive he's going to be running Adamant Weavile, so I will be able to outspeed that. I could run Jolly to outspeed Jolly Weavile, but the Adamant actually secures certain Okos on its team that I don't remember off the top of my head, but I remember I definitely needed Adamant this game, and I was pretty positive he's going to bring Adamant Weavile. I'm not sure if he did. I did watch his team builder, but I don't remember. And I have Sucker Punch right here. I should have probably had a different move right here, and I'll go into that when the match starts, but I had Sucker Punch just in case like a Haxorus got to +1, and then I could Revenge Kill, but I don't think that was really necessary because, you know, I have Sucker Punch on this to Revenge Kill it, and Haxorus really isn't setting up on anything on my team anyway. Like, it's going to take a lot of damage. It's going to put in range of Sucker Punch anyway. I can try winning a 50-50 with Scolipede protects. I just don't think I should have Sucker Punch right here. Definitely a misplay by me. But yeah, oh yeah, we have one more Mon right here. So I got Custap, Donphan. Now, he doesn't really have any good ways to get rid of hazards except for, you know, Staraptor, but then he has to Intimidate, and Banded or Scarf Staraptor is just the best bet in this matchup because he can hit me up with a Double Edge and just spam Double Edge versus my team because my resist is Bisharp at the moment with this team. I'm making some changes soon, you guys will see, to, you know, get rid of you know, that bad normal weakness that I have, but I have Donphan right over here. Now, I was debating between Knockoff and like Seed Bomb, or even getting rid of Earthquake for Seed Bomb. I knew that Chris was either going to bring Seismitoad versus me or Bronzong. I knew either one of those were coming, and one of them were going to have Rocky Helmet to be able to chip away at my Mega Kangaskhan. And I decided to go with Knockoff because Knockoff also gets rid of items. Even if he does not bring Seismitoad, I was thinking about Seed Bomb over it, but Knockoff is just nicer because I feel like it was a 50-50 whether he was going to bring Bronzong or Seismitoad. And if he brought the Seismitoad, I mean, even if he did bring the Seismitoad, Knockoff is still useful because I can get rid of items. Whereas if he didn't bring Seismitoad, Seed Bomb wasn't really doing anything except for the Seismitoad. So that's why I decided to bring that. And yeah, I just got max attack. Earthquake is going to be hitting everything very, very hard. And then I got, you know, Rapid Spin and Rocks. Hopefully I can get up Rocks for the majority of this game because Rocks are extremely good in this matchup. It pressures this man, Chris, so much because his three main offensive threats to me, which are Weavile, Thundurus T, and Staraptor, are all weak to rocks, which is really good for me. So if I can get these rocks for the entire game, I am in a really good position. And what do I think he's going to bring? I doubt Clefable is going to be coming. Weavile is almost 100%. Mega Venusaur, I doubt is coming. Thundurus T, almost 100%. He loves that mon. And also the reason why I've returned over like Knockoff on Torn is because one, return hits a little bit harder than Knockoff, and two, his Thundy is probably going to have a Z move. There's a very good chance it will. Either like Z Focus Blast or some Z physical move to just smack Goodra. And, you know, I already said either Seismitoad or Bronzong will probably come. Haxorus is a very good bring on his part as well because it destroys me. Gothitelle might come out. If it does, it'll be like some Rocky Helmet rest set to trap Kangaskhan. Yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys into the battle. Alright, we are here back with the match up against Chris. As you can see, we got my team right here. You guys should have seen it in the team builder right here. We got some speed pass into three sweepers. It's in a different order because I didn't want it to be in such an obvious order for Chris. Not an obvious order, but I just decided to mix it up. I didn't want like you know, speed pass and then my three sweepers right next to each other. I don't know. It didn't make much of a difference, but I decided to just change up the order just a little bit. But I decided to have that original order just for the video to be nice and, like, you know, I don't know, nice and organized, I guess. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, we got my team right over here. So what is it? He brought the Lucario. He brought the Weavile. He has a very blue team. I didn't notice that. Chris is a very blue team, but he ended up bringing the Tentacruel, which I was not that happy about because now he can get rid of my rocks. He also brought I was for sure he was bringing Lucario, Weavile, Thundy, and Staraptor. He also brought Seismitoad over the Bronzong, and that's definitely a problem. I was definitely hoping that Bronzong would be the one that came, but he ended up bringing Seismitoad, which could be a bit of an issue. Kind of regretting having knockoff on Donphan right here. Should have probably been C-Bomb, but it's not that big of a deal. I'm still just going to lead off with Donphan, and I don't really care what he leads off with. I'm getting up my rocks. Maybe I should have not done that, but because he does have a way to get rid of rocks, so maybe it wasn't the best play, but we'll see. I'm just going to lead off with my Donphan. I'm just going to go for a some rocks right here as he goes for the Scald right here, and unfortunately that does not put me in custap range, which is very annoying. But I'm just gonna have to switch out into my Torn right here. He gets up his rocks, so that is pretty nice. And right here I definitely think he's gonna be expecting Grass Knot or something. I think right here I go for the return straight up because I was thinking there's no reason for me to bulk up because I definitely think he was going to heart switch right over here into potentially Tentacruel. I definitely thought Thunderous was one of the plays that he could have done as well. So I definitely just want to go for a return just to smack that thing. He was probably thinking, what the heck, he has returned. That's kind of weird, and it was. But yeah, right here, I think I'm just going to bulk up right here. I knew he was going to go for the spin, but that's fine. I can now just go for another return and hit this thing very hard, hopefully kill it while being at +1/+1. But he does reveal the haze, which is not that big of a deal. It's a bit annoying, but I can deal with it. As right here, he's going to go into his Thundy. I'm not bulked up at all, so I'm not going to be doing much damage to this at all. Now right here, I'm going to try pivoting around this thing. So I definitely want to get my rocks up, and everything on his team outspeeds Donphan. But I do have the Custap Berries, so I can do stuff with that. Now, you guys can't see the amount of health exactly that I am with Donphan because the resume button's there, but I'm just gonna go. Oh wait, you can't even see it right here. What the fuck? I'm not sure how much percentage I was at. Okay, I was at 28. So 28 after going to rocks once. And that means I had to switch out and then come back in rocks again, and I'll be in Custap range because it's below 25%. So I was going to pivot between this thing. I was going to go out into Donphan first, and then I was going to pivot into something like Necrozma and kind of sack it, but maybe get some damage off because he was either going to go for Hidden Power Ice or something on this or Grass Knot, so I can pivot in Necrozma. So gonna go into Donphan. Now I'm gonna switch out Necrozma as he actually reveals that he's Dark Pulse, which is pretty interesting, but I do have my Cobra Berry, which is completely fine, so I'm gonna be able to eat that. He's gonna go for a Nasty Plot as I'm just gonna get a Psycho Cut off right over here, and he's gonna go for a Dark Pulse and kill me off. So I'm gonna go into this. Now I made a pretty big misplay right here. I should have gone to Donphan first, got my Custap off, and then just gone for the rocks because I'm not gonna have a good chance to get my Custap off anywhere else because he has E-Speed Lucario, he has Weavile with Ice Shard, he even has Staraptor that can potentially get Quick Attack. I'm pretty sure it gets Quick Attack. I don't know why I don't see people running him. Maybe it's illegal with Reckless or something, but I definitely thought that could have been a problem. I should have just gotten up rocks when I could have gotten them up, because this Donphan isn't really going to be doing anything besides being a sack. So right here, I'm going to go into my Mega Kangaskhan. I'm going to go for a Sucker Punch, just revenge kill this thing. He's not going to go into Seismitoad, so obviously this thing could be an issue, but I do have a Torn that can just go out into this right now and start bulking up on it. And now he's going to go for a Scald, and he gets the burn. Now this burn is actually really bad for me because this means that he can just get a free switch out into Weavile, and he doesn't really have to worry about it because a burnt return is really not going to be doing much. So right here, I'm actually going to go for a bulk up as he does actually start going to Weavile, and that's really bad. So I'm just going to go for priority rest right here. I know I'll be able to either live any hit this thing goes for, and I can hopefully try and get my get the roll right here. Not the roll, but I can go for priority Sleep Talk and hope for a return and take this thing out. Unfortunately though, I'm not gonna be able to get that. He got the the Scald burn on me, and I didn't get the Sleep Talk. I'm a bit salty, but we'll see about the match later. Also, thing is that he also got the burn on this Torn, which kind of mattered because of that Weavile thing. I wish he got the burn first turn on my Donphan because that would have put me in Custap range, and that would have been just so nice. For right now, I could have gotten rocks up for free without having to pivot into it once or twice. But yeah, I get the bulk up right here, which really sucks because now he can just kill me with an Icicle Crash. So right here, I'm just going to go into Bisharp because I am Scarf and I can revenge kill this thing. Now, I was debating going for a knockoff, or I was really thinking about even going for a knockoff right here, or Ironhead. He should not switch into Lucario. I didn't think that was a play because obviously, if he's seeing this as Scarf, this thing does get low kick. So I was thinking that Seismitoad was going to be his switch into this. So close for going for knockoff, but I think I misplayed a little bit of going for Ironhead right here. Although he ended up going to he ended up going to this, so I guess it didn't matter that much. But I really don't agree with this play, because if I went for a low kick, obviously it would have killed, well, it wouldn't have killed it, but it would have gone to like 5%, and then another one would have killed it. But I guess he did not expect the low kick, so I guess that's a fine play. I'm not going to go out and sack my Donphan because I don't really have a good switch into this. And right here, I am going to go out into my Scalpy because I can revenge kill this thing, as I'm just going to go straight up for an Earthquake, as that's pretty nice. And I'm just going to go far off another Earthquake, as he's going to go for his first Scald and get a burn, of course. And right here, I think I Baton Pass out, and he actually goes for the rest. He reveals rest, and I did not think that this was even an option. I did not realize this, but he had rest, which was not very good for me, because now I'm going to go for Power Up Punch, I'm going to go for Return, and I'm going to be taking a lot of damage right over here, as you can see. And the next turn I'm going to go for Return. Return should kill this thing, unless like I get a super like min roll, and I do. I do not get a very good roll at all, and now I'm just gonna die to this thing. So it's a double down right here. So I didn't get lucky with the roll. Oh my god, my phone is ringing. Nope. It's a telemarketer too. I know this guy's been calling me, and he just wants to know about my home insurance. I don't have a house. I don't know why this guy's calling me, man. I should probably put myself on the do not call list or some shit. I don't know. But yeah, that was a double down right here, and I can still potentially win with Scarf Bisharp if I get a flinch potentially. But right here, I'm gonna go into Scolipede first, because right now I wasn't sure if he was Scarf Lucario with like E-Speed. I think he had E-Speed, he already showed. He might have not. I think he revealed E-Speed already, but I was thinking that I could pass speed into Scarf Bisharp and try to flinch him down with Iron Heads. That was my play, I thought, because I thought there was a good chance he would be Scarf Lucario. So right here, I'm going to go out into my Scolipede as he goes in Lucario. So that's not very good, because now I can just kill him with an E-Speed. As he goes for the E-Speed, I protected because I knew I could live one thing from this. And now I decide to go into my Bisharp on his E-Speed. Because if he isn't Scarf, I can still potentially win this by getting just like one flinch and then keeping Scolipede around to sack so I can switch up moves. So right here, I'm just going to go out into my Bisharp right here as he actually pulls a double trying to save differential. And I'm just going to go for an Iron Head, and I don't get the flinch, which if I did get the flinch, I would have actually just won the game, because I could have killed this thing, I could have sacked Scolipede and locked myself in a low kick for the game. So I didn't get lucky at all in this game. I know I might be sounding a bit salty, but I really don't like this match. I think there's a lot of things that went into this match. When I first lost the match, I was thinking, god damn, I was really upset at the hacks, and technically the hacks didn't matter as much as I thought after the game, because obviously I got unlucky, but I didn't get hacked out or anything. But there's some stuff that I really fucked up in this game, and that was with the prep. There were three, I feel like I really should have won this game if it was for my prep, or if I did not get unlucky, I might have been able, I think I would have been able to win potentially. But it would have played out differently, so it's kind of hard to tell. But I just wanted that 130% chance. If I maybe didn't misplay with Donphan and went for the rocks, I could have won, because it would have pressured him, and I could have maybe won late game with Scarf Bisharp, because it was a huge threat to his team after Seismitoad went down. I was thinking, what is it? Well, a couple stuff that I could have won this game with. Now, with Bisharp, if I had Stone Edge on Bisharp, I just won this game as well, assuming I landed the Stone Edge. For many reasons, obviously right here I would have won because I killed a Staraptor with the Stone Edge, and I sacked off Scolipede and locked myself in a low kick for the win. That was one thing. If I also had Stone Edge on Bisharp over Sucker Punch, which there was literally no reason to have Sucker Punch. It was not a good move in this game. I was just thinking could not think of a last move, so let me just put on Sucker Punch. Stone Edge was always the item over there. I just not consider it because I assumed that I would have rocks up for this entire game and knock off kills stuff like Thundurus and Staraptor after rocks anyway, and I just assumed I'd always have rocks. I did not consider the possibility of me not getting up rocks or them getting spun. And so if I had Stone Edge on Bisharp, this would definitely have won me the game. I could have also, instead of sacking off Necrozma, I could pivot into Donphan earlier in this game. Let me actually go and try finding that spot where I pivot into Donphan. Yeah, right here. I pivot into Donphan on the Thunderbolt, and then I switch out into Necrozma. What the fuck? Yeah, so I pivoted Necrozma right over here. I could have pivoted into my Bisharp, assuming that Stone Edge killed. I've not done the calc, so might have not, but I was adamant. So that thing cost me the game. Now, another thing that costed me the game in terms of prep was Necrozma. My moveset, I should have not been Brick Break, alright? I should have been Psycho Cut. I should have been Night Slash to hit Bronzong and Gothitelle, and I was really debating on not bringing Night Slash or bringing Moonlight instead, because I had a feeling he wasn't going to bring either Bronzong or Gothitelle, and obviously he didn't, so kind of regretting that as well. Originally I did not have Night Slash, I decided to change it, but should have not been Brick Break. I should have been Stone Edge, and Stone Edge hit Weavile as well, and even though I had a chance to miss, it would have guaranteed me an Oko on stuff like Thundy and Staraptor, so that was definitely the right thing to have. Like, I know it's hindsight, and I'm really getting, like, I'm really upset with myself over it, because even though it's hindsight and I see that would have won me the game, it was definitely the best option. Like, I should have had it. It was just a bad, like, I just should have had it. That's the thing. I should have not had Brick Break. I should have had Stone Edge, and that would have also won me the game, because I would have been able to just kill this thing this turn when he went for the nasty plot. As I was not able to do that, and he only lost 64%. I could have even revenge killed this with Bisharp. Yeah, but that's two things that with prep that would have won me the game, I believe. Another thing that would have won me is now I'm not sure if I should actually reveal this one, because this actually could come in effect with one of my mons. I realized that there's a way how to win some games with one of these mons later. I should probably not even mention it, but there's a way that I could beat certain mons having a certain move on one of these mons later. So I'm actually not going to reveal it, but there's a third way if I had prepped maybe a bit better, something I should have had that could have won me the game. So I know I sound super salty in this match, but I've watched this match over and over again, and I always get mad at myself whenever I watch it, because I'm like, I should have won. But Chris is still an amazing player. He brought some stuff that really surprised me. I didn't get surprised by most of his team except for Rest Seismitoad, but that was just an amazing burn on his part, because it just shut down offensive Kang, and it was just a really good bring in general. I knew that Rest Seismitoad is a thing. I feel like I've seen it on the ladders somewhere, like on stall teams and stuff, but I did not consider him bringing it, or even it being a common thing at all in league play. So definitely, I mean, I don't think I could have seen that thing coming unless someone brought it in one of my mocks. But yeah, definitely he built really well. He didn't have any Scarfers. I thought he might brought a Scarfer to be able to check Kang, but I guess he had Weavile, and since he had that counter in Seismitoad, I guess he wasn't too worried, so that makes a lot of sense. Chris, definitely an amazing battler, one of the best, I think, and he's going to destroy this NPL season. But yeah, we're now at 2-2, and next week we're going to be going up against Danza and his scary-ass freaking hyper-offensive team. So hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.